Hello and welcome. Today I'm doing a video on Donald Trump's best case scenario in the 2020 election. So this is more of an unrealistic prediction. I'm also going to follow up for the best case scenario for the Democrats in 2020. Both scenarios will probably not happen, but this is the best case for either side. I'm going to start off in this video with Donald Trump's best chances. So first of all, Donald Trump is going to definitely have to sweep all the states that he won by the safe margins. So, not Texas yet. Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Tennessee, Kentucky, Indiana, West Virginia, Alaska, and we're going to add in South Carolina. That one was close, and I could see Texas going also safe in this scenario. So I have the New York Times 2016 election results. In the state of Iowa, Donald Trump was about 9.5 points that he beat Clinton by. If this is really his best case scenario, he could get that maybe 5 points shifted towards him. With even though the trade war and everything going on, there is slight shifts of it starting to die down and the USMCA passing. So in his best case scenario, Iowa would go safe. With Ohio, it was about 8 points. Ohio would be a little harder to put in the safe margin, so I'm going to put them in the likely margin for Donald Trump. So we're going to move over to the Democrats because I don't want to get too far into this. So California, definitely safe. District of Columbia, Maryland, Massachusetts, Vermont, New York, Illinois, and Hawaii. Actually, we could add Maine's first district as well. So now Trump with 187 electoral votes to the generic Democrat with 136. We're going to move back to Donald Trump. So he would definitely carry Maine second in the safe margin. He won it by about, I think, 9 points last time. And this is a district that he could really appeal to these types of voters over here. And if he does really well, he could definitely win it in the safe margin. So this is all the safe states for Donald Trump, as well as one likely that was pretty close to safe. We're going to go back to the generic Democrat. So Washington, Oregon. Oregon is usually in the likely margin with the Democrat winning there by around 10 points. But Washington, you got to have this Democrat who is definitely not too friendly with the progressive base that won't come out to vote. It was kind of close in 2016. I think this is what happened to Obama in 2012. Another state that would be probably likely is Rhode Island, Connecticut, New Jersey, Delaware. These 4 states are usually in the likely margin as well. And if this is definitely Donald Trump's best case scenario, it would near out even more, probably by about 8 points. Maybe not in Rhode Island. Rhode Island would probably be like 10. I think Delaware was a 9-point win for Clinton, and it'd probably be about a 7 for the generic Democrat. Moving back to Donald Trump, he would definitely have to carry Georgia in the likely column, North Carolina in the likely column, Arizona in the likely column. These states all went to Donald Trump. Georgia was the only one to nearly go into the likely column. North Carolina was about a point away, and Arizona was about 2 points away. So this would definitely happen in his best case scenario. I forgot to mention, today Donald Trump has a 44.4% average approval to a 52.1% disapproval. I'm using RCP polls, which takes up all the polls and averages them out, which I think is very smart to do because there's definitely outliers on both sides. Moving into back, we we could continue with Trump. So I'm gonna move into the lean column states now. Actually, no, I forgot. Nebraska's second could go likely to. Trump won it by I think 3 points in 2016. 2 point swing could definitely put it into the likely margin. Well, slightly more than 2 points. Moving back to Donald Trump again. Florida, he won the state by about 1 point something percent. He could win it probably by about close to 3% in his best case, as well as he would definitely sweep Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania. These three states would probably go by about, well, Wisconsin probably be in his best case a 4 point win, Michigan probably a 2 point, and Pennsylvania probably a 4 point as well. Likely in the 2020 election be decimal percentages or up to 2% max maybe for any of these states. Maybe besides Michigan could go probably 3% to the Democrats in their best case, maybe even 4. Depends. If there's a recession, I think these states could possibly go close to likely. Another state is the state of Minnesota. This was a very close state in 2016. Donald Trump only lost there by about 44,000 votes. Probably the narrowest election since Reagan in 1984, which still didn't win it. The last Republican to win state of Minnesota was Richard Nixon. So I think that last time Trump lost it by about 1.5 points. I think he could swing it by almost 2 to 3 points into his column in his best case. Another state that was very close was the state of Nevada. Donald Trump losing it by about 37,000 votes, or about 2.5 points. This is classic swing state, usually siding more with Democrats lately, but it still has a chance of going 1 to 2% to Trump. There's only a few candidates I could see that happen with, like Bloomberg or Warren. Those are the two really only candidates I could see it possible for Trump winning the state of Nevada. So now Trump is up to 322 electoral votes. Another area he could definitely win in the lean column is Maine at large. Last time, let me go to Maine. Trump only lost the state of Maine by, 20,000 votes, 22,000 votes. Very narrow margin. I think he shifted the state by about 14 points from Obama in 2012. And it has the possibility of going to him, but it's not too likely. I think it would go lean or likely to the Democrats in their scenario. Or actually 2020, I think it would go lean likely. I don't think it would go at large to Trump. So moving to Trump in the tilt column. Actually, no. One last state. New Hampshire. New Hampshire definitely go in his best case. It was probably one of the other narrowest states in 2016, only losing it by about less than 3,000 votes, or 0.3 points. So this would definitely go to Trump if this is his best case. We're gonna move in the tilts column now. So Virginia would be very hard for him to win, but it is possible. I don't see it too likely to happen though. Trump lost it by about 220,000 votes last time. He would have to really up his favorability to college graduates, mostly white college graduates, which he is kind of 50-50 with the Democrats, maybe slightly in favor for him. If he shifts that group by about 3 to 4 points, I think he could win the state of Virginia, but it's probably not going to happen. But this is his best case. He's now up to 341, 9 points away from the landslide margin. I do see the Democrats edging out the state of New Mexico in the lean column. Trump is trying to put the state in play in 2020. He did, I think, one rally there, but I don't think it would be enough. This is too Democratic of a state. But he did do that in the Midwest, which didn't go Republican in over 20 years. It's always possible, but I don't see it happening. Another state, Colorado. This is the last state now. Trump lost it by about 136,000 votes, or about less than 5 points. So in his best case, I could definitely see him tilting this one out, just like Virginia. So in Trump's best case, he would get 350 electoral votes to the Democrat 188. So thank you for watching. Please go down, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell to get notified when new videos come out. Bye.